Welcome to FXStreet. If you like what we're talking about, like the material we're doing, you want to be updated to our videos on a regular basis, head over to YouTube, join our channel, the FXStreet channel, and hit the subscribe button. And if you like what Akash and I are discussing, you can follow Akash on Twitter at Mangeko0 and myself at JustAnalysis1. Taking a look at Solana, it's had a beautiful breakout at 225 and moved higher, slight pullback, but it's just continuing up, pushing new all-time highs. It's had a little bit of a pause here at since hitting 260. The next major resistance zone I see is really between that 268 to 272 value area. I mean, I'm waiting for it to dip down a little bit here. I would like for it to come down to that 210 to 215 level. I have a buy limit order sitting at 214, a stop at 200, and looking for a profit target on that trade around 284. I don't see a lot on the candlestick charts or the point figure charts as far as a ton of. I mean, there's a case for some mean reversion set up for the short side, but it's just not there's just not a lot of reason to do that right now. I mean, it did convert finally to a bull market. I actually set the RSI up for bull market levels, but it is converted into a bull market on the RSI, so that's good. The composite index is moving down below both of its moving averages, which is slightly bearish. So there could be people abandoning Solana, capital rotation, essentially, people taking profit out of here, bring it into other things that are spiking up quite a bit. But there's a gap in between the daily candlesticks and the Tenkan Sen. So certainly some short-term price action that is either corrective in nature, where it comes down to 230, or we see it trade sideways while the Tenkan Sen catches up and then it expands again. But yeah, upside potential I see here limited to that 272 zone. And at the same time, really not looking for any bearishness until there's a good amount of like a week's worth of closes below 200. Otherwise, it's still in a buy the dip kind of market. And yeah, that's what I see on Solana. Solana compared to a lot of the other cryptos we've talked about today does not have as much. It doesn't have nearly as much upside potential compared to the other cryptos that we reviewed this morning. Even compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum, Solana just doesn't have that much room to go. It's moved a lot already. So that's what I have on Solana, and I'll pass it off to you, Akash. Tell us what you see.
Thank you. So what I see and what I've been writing, I think long before we broke out of this level here, 216, I was talking about this cup and handle pattern, or like a makeshift cup and handle pattern that I was expecting it to break out of 260, and it did. And so far, things were going pretty good until the MRI indicator flashed a red sell signal here. And so although I did write this article a while ago before it actually broke out, I missed out on the trade. And right now I'm like high on Hopium. I'm expecting it to come back here, retest the 216 level here. But that's like an extremely obscure scenario. If it does happen, well and good. If it doesn't, then I gotta go into the lower time frames here. Yeah, I think this is where I would try and long Solana again if I could, around 253. That would, yeah. And as for the targets, the cup and handle pattern theoretical targets just an 88% upswing. From an extremely bullish perspective, that puts it at $407 per Solana. But then again, there's the 100% flip extension here at 310. So that's where I would be looking to probably take profits before we see some kind of retracements. Yeah, and another thing that I want to mention is this tweet that I just saw circulating a while ago. And what's happening, at least the trend that I was discussing with a friend of mine was that Chainlink, when it reached an all-time high, there was a FUD that the team has been, I'm not sure if it was confirmed or not, but there was a FUD the team was selling Chainlink on retail.
Oh, that's not good if that's
Yeah,
true.
and yeah, so that happened, but Chainlink still ignored that and went high. And then there was Luna. Uh, Do Kwon got sued by ICC, but still Luna kept breaking highs. And now I think it's Solana's time. At the time, like on November 6th, this thread came out, gained a lot of traction on Twitter. And yeah, and the main thing that they talk about is not just this hidden sol, but also the how the blockchain shut down a while
Yeah.
ago. That's the main critique. And I think Solana's handling it pretty good. It continued setting up highs. So like you mentioned, it's one of those coins where you just buy the dips. And so far the trend has been holding up pretty good. I see no reason as to turn bearish on Solana, at least like if it produces a lower low on a daily time frame below 178. But until then, I think I would be buying the dips.
All right. All right. Well, that yeah, Sol has a lot of exposure to that NFT market too. And
Mm.
like NFTs are 2021's version of 2017 and 2018's ICOs.
ICOs, yeah,
Just people like making stuff up in the middle of, like just it's just crazy. But
it is.
anyways, thank you everybody for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.